Yasu Malaka. Welcome to the Malaka podcast. Christian Bale.
Kick your fucking ass! I want you off the fucking set, you prick! Now don't just be sorry, think for one fucking second. The fuck are you doing? Are you professional or not? Do I fucking walk around and rip that? No, shut the fuck up, Bruce. Do I what? No! No! Don't shut me up! Am I gonna walk around and rip your fucking lights down in the middle of the scene? Then why the fuck are you walking right through? Like this in the background. What the fuck is it with you? What don't you fucking understand? You got any fucking idea about, hey, it's fucking distracting having somebody walking up behind Bryce in the middle of the fucking scene? Give me a fucking answer. What don't you get about it?
I was looking at the light.
Oh, good for you. And how was it? I hope it was fucking good because it's useless now, isn't it? Fuck's sake, man, you're amateur. Look, Gene, you got fucking something to say to this prick?
I didn't see it happen.
Well, somebody's been fucking watching and keeping an eye on him. It's the second time that he doesn't give a fuck about what is going on in front of the camera. Alright? I'm trying to fucking do a scene here and I'm going, why the fuck is Shane walking in there? What is he doing there? Do you understand my mind is not in the scene if you're doing that? Stay off the fucking set, man. For fuck's sake. Right, let's go again. Let's not take a fucking minute. Let's go again! And let's not have you fucking walking in. Can I have Tom put this on, please? You're unbelievable, man. You're unfucking believable. Number of times you're strolling and fucking around in the background. I never had a DP behave like this. You don't fucking understand what it's like working with actors. That's what that is. That's what that is, man. I'm telling you. I'm not asking, I'm telling you. You wouldn't have done that otherwise.
What it is
I'm gonna fucking kick your fucking ass. You gonna shut up for a second, alright? I'm gonna go. You want me to go fucking trash your lights? Do you want me to fucking trash them? Then why are you trashing my scene? You are trashing my scene. You do it one more fucking time, and I ain't walking on this set if you're still hired. I'm fucking serious. You're a nice guy. You're a nice guy. But I don't fucking cut it when you're bullshitting and fucking around like this on set. Yeah, you might get it. He doesn't fucking get it. You might. He does not get it.
good adjustments, okay? For real, honestly, I get it.
No, I don't need any fucking walking. He needs to stop walking. I'm the one walking. Let's get Tom and put this back on. Let's go again. Seriously, man, you and me, we're fucking done professionally. Fucking ass.
Oh man, I haven't heard that one in a while, but yeah, it was hard not to laugh for 4 minutes. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, that's Christian Bale, not at his best. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, that was actually during the taping of Terminator 4 or Salvation. I don't know, whatever it's called. Who cares? It was a horrible movie. I mean, he's going to need some salvation after this. But, yeah, he was just arguing with some person, stepping into a scene, whatever. And, listen, we all have bad days, okay? I mean, what are you going to do? G was the director, and he did his best to, control the scene. And Bruce is the associate producer. Shane was the cinematographer. And oh boy, did he earn his paycheck that day. But yeah, it happens. But what's so crazy, and I didn't even realize this at first, is that, they mentioned that the whole time Christian Bale is in character. He speaks with the accent, obviously, and like he never, goes to his normal voice. How fucking crazy is that? So, and he's been quoted as saying, "I have a fear of being boring." Well, Mr. Bale, you absolutely always keep things interesting. And, despite all of that, I mean, the guy is one of the best actors out there, if not of all time. I mean, I definitely got to give him his props. I mean, obviously people know him for Batman, but he's done so many other things. So, without further ado, sorry, I just love the part at the end where he goes, "Fucking ass." Oh, walking. Wow, Christopher Walken. Anyways, I'll let you go on Wikipedia, the free encyclopedia, because, free is always good. And Christian Bale definitely felt free in that moment. But yeah, but in all seriousness, I like to talk about Christian Bale, and I don't know, despite that, he does seem like a pretty cool dude. So, we all fuck up. What are you gonna do? It is what it is. But here we go. Christian Charles Philippe Bale, born the 30th of January, 1974, is an English actor known for his versatility and physical transformations for his roles. He has been a leading man in films of several genres. He has received various accolades, including an Academy Award and 2 Golden Globe Awards. Forbes magazine ranked him as one of the highest paid actors in 2014. Born in Wales to English parents, Bale has his breakthrough role at age 13 in Steven Spielberg's 1987 war film, Empire of the Sun. After more than a decade of performing in leading and supporting roles in films, he gained wider recognition for his portrayals of serial killer Patrick Bateman in the black comedy American Psycho, and the titular. One more time?
Titular.
Okay. I gotta look up that word. Having the title and usually the honors belonging to an office or dignity without the duties, functions, or responsibilities. The titular head of the political party. Okay. Role in the psychological thriller, The Machinist. In 2005, he played superhero Batman in Batman Begins and again in The Dark Knight and The Dark Knight Rises, garnering acclaim for his performance in the trilogy, which is one of the highest grossing film franchises. Bale continued in starring roles in a range of films outside his work as Batman, including the period drama The Prestige, the action film Terminator Salvation, fucking ass, sorry, the crime drama Public Enemies, the epic film Exodus, Gods and Kings, and the superhero film Thor, Love and Thunder. For his portrayal of boxer Dickie Eklund in the 2010 biographical film The Fighter, he won an Academy Award and a Golden Globe Award. Further Academy Award and Golden Globe Award nominations came for his work in the black comedy American Hustle, fucking ass, and the biographical dramedies The Big Short. What the fuck is it with you? I'm trying to record a podcast and you just roll an ambulance right in the middle of the scene. Fucking ass. And Vice. His performances as politician Dick Cheney in Vice and race car driver Ken Miles in the sports drama Ford versus Ferrari earned him a second win and a fifth nomination, respectively, at the Golden Globe Awards. Well, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Despite one really big freak out, I mean, he's pretty much kicked ass in everything else. So, the guy's an amazing actor. He really does get lost in his roles and seems to be a pretty interesting guy, clearly. But I'll let you go and fascinate here because they always help me out with some facts about people. And let's get started. Bale's father, David, was a former commercial pilot, and his mother, Jenny, was a circus performer. So, in their own way, both of his parents made it to the top. Nicely done. But, yeah, that's pretty cool. Get to fly for free, and, yeah, always get to see a cool show. That's pretty awesome. I like it. Because his mother was in the circus, Bale's first kiss was with an acrobat named Barta. Good thing his mother didn't work for the zoo. Okay, leave the jokes to me, guys, please. I don't want to hear any Greek jokes either about goats and what. The point is, yeah, that's pretty cool. So, wow, acrobat. So she's limber and. Some guys have all the luck. Rod Stewart. Bale's first acting role was in a 1982 commercial for fabric softener Lenore, which is ironic considering people later found working with him to be so hard. I don't get it. Lenore. Quote the Raven, Lenore. Oh no, nevermore. Sorry. This is, I don't know, it kind of looks like it looks like a milkshake or something, but, all right. In 1983, he played a child rock star in a commercial for Pac-Man cereal, which provided 8 essential vitamins and iron, which is just 5 shy of how many are required for actual bodily function. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not going to lie to you. The reason why my voice sounds way more clear is because I fucked up in the recordings here. I had to make a record of a recording I had already, so that's why it sounds twice as shitty. But I'm back, just like Batman, kicking ass and flips and Robin and all that shit. But anyways, yes, definitely, absolutely have to check out this Pac-Man cereal commercial with Christian Bale.
Pac-Man cereal's got a new surprise when you...
No, it's Batman. Cereal.
Whoa. Okay, that was freaky. So you go on YouTube, put in Pac-Man cereal brackets Christian Bale. He's there as a kid. Someone put the drawing of Batman on him, made it into Batman cereal. Blah blah blah. Listen, y'all got to start somewhere, okay? I remember when Jack Black was in that Atari Pitfall was it Pitfall? Yeah. And he was all excited there. He looked like he was going on safari and all that shit. So hey. That's awesome. Jack Black's the man. Christian Bale's the man. It is what it is. So, nice little paycheck. Fucking ass. Bale made his stage debut in 1984 in the West End play The Nerd, opposite Rowan Atkinson. I think I said that right. If you don't know who that is, that's Mr. Bean. He did an interesting show recently on Netflix about him fighting a bee. Yes, the whole season is him house sitting and he's fighting a bee. It's actually pretty good. I'm not going to lie. You should check it out. He admitted that he had a crush on a 12-year-old Drew Barrymore when she visited her godfather, Steven Spielberg, on the set of Empire of the Sun. It's Christian Bale, not Mr. Bean. Don't worry, he was 13. Oh, okay, R. Kelly, we know. Bale's film debut was in the made-for-TV movie Anastasia, The Mystery of Anna in 1986. Okay. He's I don't know, it looks like he's teaming up with Saddam Hussein here. Okay. More than 4,000 kids auditioned for the role of Jim Graham in Empire of the Sun, but Steven Spielberg chose Bale for the role, which wound up being his big screen debut. There you go. You work with Steven Spielberg, you're in. By the way, I don't know if I ever told this story, but remember the one guy in the kid in the Bronx Tale there? I don't know. He went through a lot of shit there, whatever. But he told a story one time that, like, I mean, his partying and drugs and alcohol was so out of it that his agent told him one time, listen, Steven Spielberg wants to meet with you tomorrow, and he said, I can't make it. I'm like, dude, let me explain something to you. When you're an actor, okay, Steven Spielberg calls you, okay? If he wants to meet up with you that second, you drop whatever the fuck you're doing and go see him. Now, keep in mind that role that he wanted him for was for the Italian role, which ended up going to Vin Diesel in Saving Private Ryan. So, that was a huge fuck up. But again, Steven Spielberg gives you a call, you go. That's it. Bale starred in the musical films Newsies and Swing Kids. The latter began a film about teenagers who secretly listened to forbidden jazz in the years prior to World War II. Imagine that. We lived in a world where, I don't know, jazz was the faux pas. But anyways, obviously they never heard of Wet Ass Pussy. The former being a film that Bale has a well-documented hatred for. Seriously, how can Bale regret being in Newsies when he was in Reign of Fire? Good point. We'll get to that later. Steven Spielberg would visit Bale on the Newsies set because he was also in Germany at the time filming Schindler's List. Okay, you visit an old friend, why not? Bale met his wife Sandra Sibi Blazek through Winona Ryder. His wife was Ryder's former personal assistant. There you go, cool. All right, good-looking woman. She kind of looks like, I don't know, a little Jessica Biel there. Yeah, cool. He auditioned for the role of Jack in Titanic and only narrowly lost it to Leonardo DiCaprio. Oh, boy. Listen, it happens. What are you going to do? Okay? I mean, a lot of people don't know this. Leonardo DiCaprio was actually supposed to be the lead in, what's the name of the a porn star movie? The Boogie Nights. There you go. Or Boogie Nights, whatever. But of course he recommended Mark Wahlberg for it, and there you go. The rest is history. You get to go on a cruise, I don't like cruises. Bale also auditioned for the role of Will Turner in Pirates of the Caribbean, The Curse of the Black Pearl, but lost that role to Orlando Bloom. For some reason, nobody wants to let Bale get near a boat. Good one. But again, I don't know, him playing, so basically playing second fiddle to Johnny Depp, eh? I don't know. I don't see that. I don't know. I think, no, I don't see that. Bale was handpicked by Bret Easton Ellis to play the lead role of Patrick Bateman in American Psycho. Temporarily lost the role to Leonard. Oh, they forgot to put the O here. Come on, fascinating. Jesus, that's why I'm here. Leonardo DiCaprio.
and then won it back again after DiCaprio left to go film The Beach. Now, The Beach is a good movie, don't get me wrong. It's okay. There's that one funny scene where, I don't know, Leo's like, I don't know, it looks like he's in a fucking video game, whatever. But yeah, he didn't want to do the role because he felt it was too violent. And then he saw Christian Bale, and there you go, rest is history. So again, we'll get into that in a little bit. He was warned that taking the lead role in American Psycho, okay, we'll talk about it now, why not, would be terrible for his career. But he went ahead anyway. In fact, it made him more eager because, as Roger Ebert said about his performance, he has no instinct for self-preservation here. And that is one mark of a good actor. What can you say? He absolutely killed it. Sorry. But yeah, again, we'll get into this in a little bit, unless they... No? Okay, we're good. For his performance as Patrick Bateman... No? Okay, no. One more time. He took inspiration from Nicolas Cage, of all people, looking specifically at Cage's performance in 1988's Vampire King. What? Nicolas Cage, of course, is an actual vampire who has been with us since the Civil War, if not longer. It's real. Was that a joke, or I guess so? Okay. Wow. Okay. So there's the irony, ladies and gentlemen. People think that, listen, Nicolas Cage, I did a podcast on him. People give him shit all the time for, the roles, and now he's just, paying off his houses and dinosaur heads, whatever. But, the guy's a good actor. When he wants to be. Okay, let's be honest. But even a guy like Christian Bale will borrow from other actors, even Nicolas Cage. So there you go. I'm honored that you want to do me as a vampire. Oh! Thank you. Bale almost won the role of James Bond in the film Casino Royale, but lost it to Daniel Craig. It's probably a good thing, because knowing Bale and his need to be totally committed, the scene where Bond gets repeatedly hit in the groin by the villains would have been even more uncomfortable. First of all, that scene's hilarious. No, a little to the left. But yeah, no. So Christian Bale is Bond, eh? Yeah, maybe. Yeah, maybe. Yeah. In the film Equilibrium, Bale plays John Preston, an elite law enforcer in a dystopian society who, according to moviebodycounts.com, has the third highest on-screen kills in a single movie ever at 118. Beat that, John Wick. To play the role of Trevor Rensnick in The Machinist, Bale lost 63 pounds, doing so by eating 1 can of tuna and a single apple per day. He took up smoking to help curb his appetite during the crash diet. There you go. Listen, you do what you got to do, all right? But, just make sure it's controlled. I believe Joaquin Phoenix did the same thing for Joker. He smoked like a chimney. People think he still smokes a lot now, but listen, he's going to play Napoleon in a new movie with, based on Napoleon. And listen, they can smoke all they want, okay? They're awesome actors. It is what it is, A lot of people think it makes you look cool. Do I happen to agree with that? Yeah, probably. But in all seriousness, just let them do their thing. They already got early reviews of Napoleon. They say he gives a Brando-esque role or performance, whatever. And, I'm looking forward to seeing that because they've been trying to make that movie forever. I think Stanley Kubrick at one point wanted to make it, or Francis Ford Coppola or Scorsese tried to do it back in the day. So there you go. Getting way off topic. But again, an apple and a tuna a day keeps the doctor away. Or the Joker, whatever. Fresh off The Machinist, Bale gained 100 pounds in 6 months to be able to play a muscular Batman in Batman Begins, and then hid most of it under a big suit. Okay, well, again, you do what you got to do. Someone gives you the role to play Batman, unless you're Ben Affleck, you say yes. So there you go. He actually holds the record for most weight loss and most weight gain for film roles. Yeah, no shit. There's a picture you can see online where he goes up and down with his weight. I mean, it's pretty crazy. I mean, you got to be careful of that because, you know, your body's probably like, what the fuck is going on here? And, you know, just be careful, Mr. Bale. That's all. You know, watch the weight. You know, stop yelling at people for no reason in different accents. Just you know, just take it easy. That's all. That's all. Let the, you know, like worst case scenario, call Robin. He'll do it. Bale is only the second actor after Michael Keaton to play Batman in more than one live action movie. It's true. It's true. I still say Michael Keaton is the best Batman ever. Okay? Yeah, I said it. Okay? He is. Michael Keaton is Batman. I don't give a fuck. Okay? A lot of you know, people still think, you know, okay, Mr. Mom can't hold Christian Bale's shoes, but Michael Keaton is Batman. I don't give a fuck. All right? Fuck off. Bale is also the first non-American actor to put on the Batman suit. And we've got to say, it was quite refreshing. Refreshing? Okay. I don't know. I thought it was cool. I mean, I don't know. The voice kind of, well, we'll get into that. Bale performed all his stunts himself. However, he was not allowed anywhere near the Batmobile. What's the point of playing Batman then? Come on. Probably because he was British and used to driving on the other side of the road. These jokes are horrible. I'm sorry. Fascinating. I love you. Thank you very much for all the great facts, but I mean, you know, fuck, look at this vehicle. It looks like a piece of shit. And we'll get into it. Bale was close friends with Heath Ledger, forming a friendship after they both played Bob Dylan in the 2007 film I'm Not There, and renewing that friendship during their time together on The Dark Knight. Of course. I did one on The Joker, Heath Ledger, Phoenix, all that. You can check it out whenever you want. I mean, listen, at this point, you know, it's almost a cliche at this point, but Heath Ledger, we all know he killed it as the Joker. You know, yeah, I guess overall he was better than Jack Nicholson. I still love both. I mean, you know what I mean? It's different. I mean, he did what he had to do to, you know, make it more psychotic and all that. But, I mean, yeah, Heath Ledger killed it for sure. Bale was never happy with his performance in the Dark Knight trilogy, feeling that he failed to properly convey the twisted nature of Batman. He said, Heath turned up and just kind of completely ruined all my plans, Bale said. Because I went, he's so much more interesting than me and what I'm doing. Story checks out. Yeah, I mean, listen, we all know he stole the show in that. I mean, it's obvious, but Christian Bale still did a good job as Batman. I mean, you know, but I've always said, and I mentioned this in my Joker podcast, I mean, the character the Joker is the best fictional bad guy of all time. And I just don't mean in, you know, cartoons, movies, whatever, comic book, just of all time. I mean, it's a very fascinating character. So, you know, and he did exactly what he had to do for that role, like I said before, and forget it. I mean, it's just, you know, one of the best performances of all time. We all know that. After Ledger's tragic passing, Bale was despondent for weeks, shunning the press and being conspicuously absent from the mountains of celebrity tributes. He said, "For me, grief is a private thing. Something you don't discuss in public. My only memories are of what a great talent he was." I mean, that was pretty crazy when it happened. I mean, having, months before the movie came out, and yeah, it's pretty crazy. And then working with a guy for that long, I mean, just all of a sudden that happens, and yeah, But I agree with him. I mean, I don't know, everything's in the press. You feel if you're an actor, you got to go out there and tell the whole world everything. Fuck off. I mean, that's the problem with things like Twitter and all that. And not only is it getting people fired for having quotes online, and now all of a sudden, I don't know. I found that now you got to pay for Twitter and shit, and so now celebrities have to pay to fuck up their career. I don't know, but just keep it private. I mean, old school. You keep shit quiet. You only say what you got it. That's all. Also, a staunch environmentalist, Bale actively supports environmental groups such as Greenpeace, the World Wildlife Fund, and the Sea Shepherd Conservation Society, the last of which sounds like a society devoted to the conservation of sea sheep. Okay. All right, cool. He was involved in an infamous incident where he was recorded. Here we go. While he was berating cinematographer Shane Hurlbutt on the Terminator Salvation set for interrupting him during an intense scene. Bale since apologized, but the incident was widely distributed all over the internet. Thank you. And it was the most times Bale was referred to as a psycho since American Psycho. All right, that was good. Yeah. How do you get it though? But again, like, he stayed in character. He didn't break character. That's how crazy good this guy is. I mean, holy shit, it's fucking awesome. When he does interviews, Bale says that he will use an American accent if he's playing an American, and a British accent if he's playing a Brit, so that audiences don't get confused. Dude, you lost me already. Sure, Christian. So the audience doesn't get confused. Yeah, exactly. Wait, I'm going to say that one more time. Hold on. When he does interviews, Bale says, okay, so when he's doing the interview, okay, so far so good, Bale says that he will use an American accent. Okay, so he talks like he did in Terminator there, okay, when he's doing an interview, all right? If he's playing an American, okay, so if he's playing an American in a movie with the act, or without the, you know what, fuck it, you read it yourself, okay? Like, basically what he's saying is, if he's playing an American in the interview, he'll do the accent there, minus the anger, and, British movie, he'll play, wow, that's, holy cow, Jesus. This guy's nuts, but I mean it in like a good way. I mean, I don't know, like, he's not the Daniel Day-Lewis going on trains thinking he's Lincoln, but wow, that's Jesus. He's awesome. His fans refer to themselves as Bale heads. Cool. Okay, I've never heard that. That just sounds stupid. Bale was born in Wales, but insists that he's not Welsh, but English. We're sure the Welsh are huge fans of that. Yeah, I'm sure they are. Guys, when you go to soccer games overseas, forget it. I mean, there's different entrances for, like whatever team you're rooting for. So that's a whole different saga there. But anyways, Bale was a huge fan of the Terminator films. Yeah, I was too until this movie. Long before he was actually cast as John Connor in Terminator Salvation. Okay. I'm going to be completely honest with you. I completely forgot he actually played John Connor. I remember just watching this movie. I'm just like, we'll get to it later. Maybe. Bale loves riding motorcycles, but gave up track racing after multiple accidents that left him with a multitude of injuries that required a steel plate in his wrist, titanium clavicle, and 25 screws for his hand. He also lost. Okay, fascinating. Don't worry, I got this. The tip of his finger, but it was reattached. If Roger Ebert were to review his writing skills, it might go something like, he has no instinct for self-preservation here, and that is the mark of a terrible motorcyclist. Okay, listen, I did a whole thing on Roger and Ebert there. Roger Ebert thinks the first Star Wars movie is the best movie of all time. Okay, okay. The recording of the camera operator incident inspired several songs, including Are You Professional from experimental band The May Shy and Bailout from Lucien Piane. Piane? Piane? I don't know. It also inspired several parodies, including a skit on The Colbert Report, in which guest Steve Martin repeatedly walked in front of the camera and was berated by Colbert. There you go. Shows a picture of the band here. I think, I don't know, looks like Christian Bale knocked one of them out. Okay. Bale lost 30 pounds for the role of the boxer Dickie Eklund in The Fighter. Again, we'll get into that more in a bit. Great movie. During the Golden Globes awards, isn't it Golden Globe award? Fascinating. Come on, please. Come on. The fuck is it with you? You just, putting all these sentences together. I'm supposed to figure it out? Seriously, you and me are done professionally. Like he was going to go have coffee with the guy after. I mean, come on. Ceremony, he's fucking hilarious. Ceremony when Bale was accepting his award for the Best Supporting Actor for his role in The Fighter. Bale complimented Robert De Niro by saying he was the best. Oh, well. Okay, at least we got one thing in common. Robert De Niro, he's the best. Come on. Him, Pacino, come on. That's, come on. I'm not just saying that because I'm Italian. I'm not, honestly. In 2011, while filming The Flowers of War, Bale and a CNN crew attempted to visit I'm going to fuck this up. Guangcheng. There you go. A blind, barefoot lawyer under unofficial house arrest for his activism against China's one-child policy. What? Yeah, I've heard about it. You can only have one child in China, and then I know you hear about all these stories, and they just send their kids off to sea, and then they hope they land in America, and it's guys, I'm not gonna lie, you actually saw that in a Baywatch episode. Is it true? I don't know. Who knows? But anyways, while on camera, Bale was punched, shoved, and denied access by dozens of Chinese security guards who failed to recognize him. Although we suspect some of them just claimed they didn't recognize him, but secretly just really wanted to punch Christian Bale. No, that's just these are bad jokes. But I mean, yeah, a family should be allowed to have as many kids as they want. I mean, yeah, but I know it's an overpopulation thing, but I don't know. It's good that Christian Bale speaks out there. Excuse me.
Excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me.
Sorry, when the Donald Trump there.
Big Mac.
Yeah, I'm close to a hospital. To play the role, no, I'm not, wink, of the New Jersey con man Irving Rosenfeld, the lead character in American Hustle, Bale gained 43 pounds, shaved his head to achieve a realistic comb-over, and affected a slouch to shorten his height by 3 inches, which resulted in a herniated disc. Shit. We truly believe that if Christian Bale was ever cast as a Transformer, he would find a way to turn himself into a car. Yeah, okay. Again with the jokes. Guys, please. Okay. Actors have done that. I mean, what was his name? John Leguizamo in Spawn there. Remember, he had to spread out his legs so he seemed a lot shorter, but I don't know. Yeah, listen. At this point, if you can't tell if Bale's nuts, about this acting thing, I mean, God bless him. I mean, at least he takes it seriously. So, I hope he's all right now. American Hustle, I don't know. We'll get into that in a bit. Due to Bale's physical transformation, Robert De Niro, who had a cameo role in the film, reportedly did not recognize him when they were first introduced. Because, like De Niro, when it comes to physical transformation, Bale is next level. All right, I could see that. I mean, he does look different. I mean, he still looks a little bit like Bale, but listen, it's De Niro. Okay, he can do what he wants. Okay, Raging Bull, come on. To prepare for his role as Moses in Exodus, Gods and Kings, he developed. How do you say that again? Develled. I know how to say it, but it's one of these words where I know exactly how to say it, but it just won't come out. That's what she said. Devealed. Yeah. Develled. Fuck off. Into scripture and literature. Those words I can say no problem. Go figure. Reading the first 5 books of the Bible. The Koran, as well as Louis Ginsberg's classic Legends of the Jews, and Jonathan Kirsch's Moses, A Life. There you go. I imagine back then when they were writing the Bible, they didn't have this many ambulances go by. But yeah, I don't know. Again, cares about his roles. He wants to do his research. There you go. No problem. In 2015, Bale starred in Adam McKay's biopic about 2007-8 financial crisis, The Big Short, in which he played Michael Burry, a neurologist turned hedge fund manager with Asperger syndrome. Okay, well, good little movie too, but we'll get into that in a little bit. Bale was set to play famed auto sports legend Enzo Ferrari in an untitled biopic directed by Michael Mann, but had to drop out after health concerns over the weight gain necessary to play the iconic car maker. Which begs the question, just how fat was Enzo Ferrari that even Christian Bale couldn't play him? I don't know. But again, he got to play in another race car movie, so again, things work out. A devoted animal lover, Bale owns 5 pets, 2 dogs and 3 cats, all of whom were strays that he found and took in. Aww. In 2008, Bale was apprehended in London in connection with an alleged domestic disturbance involving his mother, Jenny, and his sister, Sharon, at the Dorchester Hotel. After being held for 4 hours, he was released on bail, and eventually the charges were dismissed for lack of evidence. Again, none of my business. People always want to talk shit, but don't say shit to the press, okay? Just keep your mouth shut. That's all, okay? Right, Robert De Niro?
Never rat on your friends, and always keep your mouth shut.
Hey, you popped your cherry. Hey! Goodfellas, one of the best comedies of all time. Bale is the stepson of famous feminist Gloria Steinem. Given that, you'd think he'd have known better than to yell at his mom and sister. Oh, well, that's just, you're fascinated. Come on, you're better than that. The fuck did Jimmy Conway just say?
You might know who we are. We know who you are. Understand?
You see? Keep your mouth shut. Okay, last one. He is an avid fan of video games and cites Super Mario Brothers. What? All right, That's enough. We bet he was super inspired by Mario's constant fluctuations in size. That was horrible, fascinating. The point is, I don't know, maybe they should have got him to play the voice of Mario. Maybe he wanted to. I don't know. Can you imagine Mario freaking out like that? The fuck is it with you, Luigi? You just walk right in front of the fucking mushroom? Seriously, you and me are done professionally. I want you out the Mushroom Kingdom, you prick. All right. Playtime's over. But, as you can see from all these facts, he's still a pretty cool and very fascinating guy. So, but how did he get here? How did he end up with all this, craziness and, beautiful lifestyle of being an awesome actor and all this, and an avid Mario fan? Holy fuck, he can't get any cooler. But, like I always do, like we always do this time, I'm not going to quote Kanye because, he is a little racist. But the point is, IMDb.com is always the best for all this, not Rotten Tomatoes, okay? Kanye West uses Rotten Tomatoes. Maybe Kyrie Irving. I don't know. The point is, yes, we will see where he all started, okay? So, his very first job was Anastasia, the Mystery of Anna. And that was in 1986, as I mentioned before. And he was in not only part 1, but part 2. And he played a character named Alexei. Alexei. Yeah. Okay. And I've never seen it. So it's got a decent rating, 6.6 out of 10. It's not bad. It says here a story of Anna Anderson, who claimed to be Anastasia Romanov, the only surviving child of the last Caesar and Caesarea of Russia. Oh boy, you can't go anywhere without about hearing about Russia today. But anyways, yeah. So I don't know. I've never seen it, but you got to start somewhere. Yeah. Oh, Susan Lucci, nice. You know, Susan Lucci is like 120 years old, and she still looks like she's 40. It's phenomenal. It really is nice. But the point is, I've never seen this movie, so I don't know. Looks all right. So there you go. Then he was in a TV miniseries, 1987, Heart of the Country. He played Ben Harris. I didn't see this one either. 7.1 out of 10, that's not bad. Natalie is a devoted wife and mother of 2 who is abandoned by her husband and left with months of unpaid taxes, mortgages, school fees, and grocery bills, like most of us in 2022. She finds that in order to survive in her new circumstances, she must either live off the state or live off men. Okay. I didn't see this one either, but yeah. Look, let's just be honest. This was in 1987. People are still going through this shit today. But again, why not? A lot of people start off in TV shows, commercials for Pac-Man. Why not? It's a good little way to build up your rep. Then he was in a movie called Mio in the Land of Faraway, where he played a character named Jum Jum. Gum-Gum, and then it says slash Benki. Okay. Holy shit! Look at this movie poster. It's it's not a unicorn. No, it's not a unicorn. There's no horn there. It's a flying horse. It's wow. This looks pretty trippy. 6.3 out of 10. Who cares? I just don't want to see it just on the the poster alone. What the fuck is this? A lonely boy who's transferred from his dull life with his adoptive parents to the land where his real father is the king. In that country, he sets out on a quest together with his new friend to destroy the evil knight Kato. All right. Okay. I mean, I didn't hear of Kato till Mortal Kombat, but wow. Okay, this is a pretty cool movie. Not gonna lie. What else you got in here that I recognize? Oh, Christopher Lee. There you go. He's always good in everything he does. That's pretty much it. But yeah, I don't know. It looks like one of those like fantasy, old school 80 movies. So all right. If you're down with that, I might check it out. Why not? But like I mentioned before, if Steven Spielberg gives you a call, you pick up the phone. Hello, Mr. Spielberg. How are you? What time do you want me there? That's it. Plain and simple. But also in 1987, he did a little movie called Empire of the Sun, where he plays a character named Jim. I remember seeing this movie a long time ago. I haven't seen it in a while, but I do remember it being a good movie. 7.7 out of 10. Pretty good rating. A young English boy struggles to survive under Japanese occupation of China during World War II. Oof, that was a tough time for anybody in that era, for sure. Like I said before, directed by Steven Spielberg, of course. Like I said, I don't remember a lot about this movie, but I do remember it was good. John Malkovich, yeah, you got him in there too. Miranda Richardson, Nigel Havers, Joe Pantoliano. I recently saw in the new show Chucky there, which is pretty good, actually. Leslie Phillips. Ben Stiller's in it. Holy shit, really? Wow, okay. So, definitely check this one out when you get a chance. 2 hours, 33 minutes, a little longer than most movies, but a good watch for sure. Anything Steven Spielberg, it's worth checking out for sure. So, definitely check that one out when you get a chance. Good little performance by Christian Bale. I mean, like it's obvious when like you see a young actor, and you're like, okay, this person's got potential. You could tell they're just not like reading off a script or whatever. I mean, they can memorize shit, and I don't know. Like I remember parts of Bale in this movie, and like you could tell the guy had potential. You know what I mean? So yeah, I mean, I'm not surprised he has the career he has today. So when you got a chance, check this one out. Henry V, aka Henry V. How do I know that? Because of Rocky V. Listen, Rocky V was not the best. I get it, but I still like when he was like the champ only fights in the ring. Oh, my ring's outside. I thought that was badass. I don't care what anybody says. But anyways, I did a Sylvester Stallone podcast. You can check out more great impersonations there. So this one I did not see. Obviously we all know it's good old William Shakespeare. Play that he did back in the day. 7.5 out of 10, not bad. In the midst of the 100 Years' War, the young King Henry V of England embarks on the conquest of France in 1415. Okay, so, you want to check it out? Go ahead. Me personally, I always like the story of Othello. Let's be honest. Othello is a very simple story, but you put one guy in there to fuck with your head, and then it's a whole different story. So what was his name? Iago. Always talking to the audience, the camera there, and I thought it was good. I always like that one. So if you want, check that one out. Treasure Island. It's a TV movie. We all know Treasure Island, right? There you go. They remade that a lot. A Murder of Quality. The TV movie he did. Not the first time he's going to face murder in a role, that's for sure. Newsies. Okay, so I mentioned this before. I don't remember this one. According to the movie poster, he looks very happy. Oh, it's a Disney movie. Okay. Oh, it's a musical. All right, okay. Yeah, so I'll jump in for joy. All right. 6.9 out of 10. Sorry. Musical based on the New York City newsboy strike of 1899. When young newspaper sellers are exploited beyond reason by their bosses, and they set out to enact change and are met by the ruthlessness of big business. Oh, God. Jeez. You should tell them what's going to happen 100 years from now. I don't know. What's a newspaper? Anyways, I never saw that one, but If you want to check it out, go ahead. Swing Kids. Always with the horns. What is it with you? What what is it with you? I'm doing the podcast here. I mean, cheat. Come on. You've never worked with podcasters. Yeah, I have. I've worked with podcasts. No, you haven't. No. That's what that is, man. That's what that is. Oh, awesome. Okay, so Swing Kids. Okay. Okay. Well, judging by the poster. Okay. Okay. I guess maybe one day you'll see Kyrie Irving endorse this movie. A group of teens adore forbidden music in Nazi Germany just before the outbreak of World War II. Okay, well, I never saw this one, and I'm going to be honest with you. What's going on today? I'm not even touching this one. Royal Deceit. He plays a character named Amled, Amled. Never heard of this one. 5.5 out of 10. Okay. An old Norse. Maybe they spelled nurse wrong. I don't know. I doubt it. Legend of revenge, power, and human spirit. Subsequently inspired William Shakespeare on his tragedy. I'm tired. Tragedy. Hamlet. Okay. I never saw this one. Gabriel Bernays. I never know how to say his last name, but Byron. Yeah. Good actor. I always liked him in Treatment there. Helen Mirren. Always liked her. Listen. I'm gonna put this out there. I don't care how old she is. She is a knockout. Okay. If what do they call it? Silver Fox. There you go. Perfect. Lovely woman. Who else you got? Brian Cox, Kate Beckinsale, another lovely woman. Tom Wilkinson. It's got a good little cast here. Okay. I've never heard of this one. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, not the best rating, but what are you gonna do? Little Women. Oh God. You know the funniest thing is, I swear to you, I was gonna make a joke about Winona Ryder because I know she's short, and I know I mentioned before about the whole the connection there before with her and Bale, but she's actually in this movie. What was in this movie? Susan Sarandon, awesome. She's awesome. Very 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 strong woman. I always liked her. I never saw this movie. I don't know. The March Sisters live and grow in post-Civil War America. All right. There you go. So, yeah. Okay, I never saw this one. So, I don't know. Eric Stoltz. There he is. We all know the story with Eric Stoltz and Back to the Future there. I don't know. I'll talk about that one day. But he kicked ass in Pulp Fiction. I will say that. And a little role in was it Fast Times at Ridgemont High. We all know what they were doing in the van. I'm telling you, the circus is in town today. First of all, ladies and gentlemen, if I can give some advice out there, never record a podcast during the day, because obvious reasons. Two, I don't know, like, am I close to a freeway today, or what the fuck is going on? What the fuck is it with you? I mean, come on, seriously, man. We're just, professional, fucking ass. Pocahontas. Okay, I remember when this cartoon came out. I believe it's the same. Yep. And then they did it years later. It was called Avatar. No, I'm just kidding. It is kind of the same story though. It is like a blue Avatar. I'm not hating on the movie. I'm just saying it is. But then again, everyone always copies this story. I don't know. The guy falls in love with a girl, and then he's got to go on her side. It's a whole thing. Guys, we do it all the time. The point is, I didn't know he did a voice in this one. Speaking of freakouts, Mel Gibson was the main voice. John Smith, okay. He played Thomas. Who's Thomas? I don't know. Was he like the bear, the raccoon. I don't know. I don't know. I haven't seen this movie in a while. So, but yeah, I don't know. We all know the story. So there you go. Okay. Like I said, you do voiceover work, easy peasy. The Portrait of a Lady. Mona Lisa? No. I don't know. I haven't seen this one. 6.2 out of 10. That's okay. Who's that? Nicole Kidman? Oh, lovely woman. Redheads. Madonna. Anyways, John Malkovich. There you go. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't seen this one either. What is this? An American girl inherits a fortune and falls into a misguided relationship with a gentleman, confidence artist, whose true nature, including a bard and covetous. There you go. Me learn good. Disposition turns her life into a nightmare. Okay, well, I've never seen it, so I don't know. Could be good, could be bad. Who knows? The Secret Agent. I don't know. I don't know this one. 5.6 out of 10. You got Bob Hoskins in there. Always liked him. Patricia Arquette. Lovely woman. That whole family's awesome. Gerard Depardieu. Did I say that right? I think. Yeah. I heard a thing one time that this guy, I don't know, he got so drunk on a plane, he just started pissing in the seat or something. And Jesus Christ, guy, dude, come on now. Allegedly, I don't get sued. Okay, so Christian Bale's in this one. I don't know, I never saw this one. Holy shit, where's the fire? I mean, good Lord. I don't know, by the time night falls, because the time change is going to be, dark at like 4:30. I don't know, I'll probably see the bat signal soon. Metroland. I've never heard of this one either. 6.3 out of 10. Okay. I don't know this one either. A sudden reappearance of his best friend Tony after a 10-year absence causes Chris to remember his past, to question some of his lifestyle decisions, and to reevaluate his life and marriage to Marion. Okay, well, I don't know. I guess we've all been there, I guess. Another movie did Velvet Goldmine. I don't know. Never heard of this one either. 1984. British journalist Arthur Stewart investigates the career of 1970s glam superstar Brian Slade. Or Slade? Okay. Who was heavily influenced in his early years by hard-living and rebellious American singer Kurt Wilde. Okay. I don't know. Seems like a cool movie. All right. 6.9. Okay, stop it. Out of 10. All right, I have to check that one out. All the Little Animals. I don't know this one either. Judging by the poster, I don't know, maybe it's two guys living in the woods. I don't know. It says all the animals, the cruelest is man. That's true. I mean, we are assholes. I did hear at one point that the only difference between animals and humans is that humans use money. So, I mean, let's just keep that in mind. No, I don't know. I didn't see this one. I don't know. 6.8 out of 10. It's not bad. Okay. All right. Well, I don't know. Is this... I got something to do this weekend. Okay. A Midsummer Night's Dream. Okay. And he plays Demetrius. Oh, boy. Okay. He's finally playing a Greek. Okay. Awesome. Obviously, this is another William Shakespeare adaptation. Lovers' lives are complicated by city law, feuding, fairy royalty, and love. Okay, there you go. I'm sorry, I'm just looking at the movie poster. I love Stanley Tucci, don't get me wrong. He's got a good special on CNN, Searching for Italy, but it's just funny seeing him with the horns in his head. I thought that was a nice touch. But, yeah. So So yeah, if you want a good little cast, Kevin Kline, Michelle Pfeiffer, Melissa Flockhart. There you go. Okay, cool. Okay, cool. Then he was in a TV movie called Mary, Mother of Jesus. Yep, that's true. And then he plays Jesus of Nazareth. Okay. I'm not gonna lie. Again, I'm looking at the movie poster. It looks like one of those movie posters that kind of just like put together, kind of like a Lifetime kind of thing. Okay. And then, wow, he looks like a young Jesus. He's got the long hair, got a little bit of a beard there, kind of like the chin strap meets the goatee there. Okay. Chosen by God, inspired by faith, compelled by love. That is true. But yet, it's still rated PG. It's not. You gotta ask parents' permission to watch this. So, just saying. But 5.4 out of 10. Wow, you gave a bad rating to Mary, eh? Wow, that's that one's gonna cost you. And then of course, he's doing all these roles, and then the big role comes with him in American Psycho. Okay, where he plays the psycho who is American, Patrick Bateman. Now, ladies and gentlemen, if you've not seen this movie, I mean, this is a fucking trip and a half. I mean, there's so many stories about this movie. I mean, obviously it's not based on a real character, but I have heard that it is sort of loosely based on Paul Bernardo. Now, if you don't know who Paul Bernardo is, he's a fucking jerk off, who went on a killing spree there with his wife there, Carla Homolka. It's a whole thing in Canada. They made a movie about it with the woman from Donna from the 70s show there. The movie's okay, but it's a whole thing there. It's fucking, it was pretty crazy, the whole story there. That's a story for another day, folks. But anyways, I mean, this movie's crazy. I don't have to tell you. It's just one of those things. Like I mean, I could tell you a bunch of facts about it. Obviously, I mean, I already did list off a few of them already, but I just don't want to give a lot of about the movie, because it's one of those things you should just experience for yourself. It says here, a wealthy New York investment banking executive, Patrick Bateman, hides his alternative psychopathic ego from his coworkers and friends as he dwells deeper into his violent, hedonistic fantasies. So, yeah, that pretty much sums it up right there. Good little cast. You got Justin Theroux in there, Josh Lucas, Bill Sage, Reese Witherspoon. I always forget she was in this one. That's right, yeah. Chloe Sevigny, I think I said that right. Samantha Mathis, Matt Ross, William Dafoe. I totally forgot he was in this. God, I haven't seen this movie since it came out. It came out in like 2000, so it's a good way to start the new millennium there. Jared Leto, he's in there. Yeah, I like Jared Leto. Don't get me wrong. It's just his character in there. It's the point is, really good movie. Really. Just really creepy, man. I mean, holy shit. They told him don't do the role, but clearly it's one of those roles where, you either do it or it's going to fail and people are going to think, less of you for it, or give you praise and how well you do it. And luckily for Bale, great actor. He pulled it off. It was great. That ending was just fucking crazy. But rated R. Obviously. It says here, during the shooting of the film, Christian Bale spoke an American accent offset at all times. At the wrap-up party, when he began to speak in his native English accent, many of the crew thought he was speaking that way as an accent for another film. They had thought he was American throughout the entire shoot. Whew, holy shit. During production, Christian Bale followed the morning routine that his character Patrick Bateman describes towards the beginning of the film. Okay, so if you see that, you're yeah, plastic on the furniture. I don't know. Maybe he's Italian. I don't know. Who knows? But anyways, that infamous scene with him and Jared Leto. He's talking about Huey Lewis in the news there, and they actually did a skit on, I believe, Funny or Die. You can see it on YouTube, where they actually got Huey Lewis to play his role, and it's a whole reverse kind of thing. It's pretty funny. So, but yeah, I mean, this movie is just fucking insane. It's just insane. It's one of those things you just got to see it for yourself. And yeah, like I said before, I mean, it was rated R, but it almost did get an NC-17. After you watch the movie, you'll see why. But one important fact I did find is that apparently Christian Bale was inspired by Tom Cruise. Now, it says here, according to American Psycho co-writer and director Mary Herron, Christian Bale saw Tom Cruise on David Letterman's show and observed how Tom Cruise just had this very intense friendliness with nothing behind his eyes. Jesus. Christian Bale drew inspiration from that interview, and his ensuing performance as Patrick Bateman would prove to be a vital highlighting American Psycho's running theme of identity. Holy shit. Okay. Well, I mean, I don't know. I inspire my life through risky business, but anyways, yeah, that's, jeez, that's crazy. But anyways, I mean, that's Christian Bale for you, man. Yeah. So, I mean, after this role, definitely, people started recognizing Mr. Bale here and how good of an actor he really is. So, once again, if you're done watching the Dahmer series, which I recently heard that they're going to sign on for 2 more seasons, let's hope that the people from all these stories do get compensated this time. But then again, I don't think Netflix knew like how big this show was going to be. I mean, I think it ended up being like 5th overall, like their most popular series of all time. It's crazy. I don't know. Something tells me they're going to probably do one on Gacy and Bundy. But yeah. So once you got that, away from your nightmares, buckle in for American Psycho. It's pretty crazy. Then also in the year 2000, they decided to remake the movie Shaft. He's a bad mother. You know what's coming. And he plays Walter Wade Jr. Now, this movie's okay, Obviously, it's not as good as the original ones. John Singleton directed it. Rest in peace there. I still can't believe we lost that guy. I mean, who John Singleton is. Shame on you. I mean, he's the guy that did Boys in the Hood, Higher Learning, just great movies, man. Poetic Justice, of course, with Tupac and Janet Jackson there. Awesome dude. There was a story I heard about him. I just heard it recently that, it sounded a while ago. Apparently he worked on the Arsenio Hall show, and at one point he was just like an assistant or something behind the scenes or whatever, or not even, or just something, I don't know, something, like a good little job, whatever, right? And then Arsenio Hall gives him some sheets of paper. He says, "Oh, can you do me a favor? Can you photocopy these for me?" And he says, "No." And Arsenio's like, "Excuse me, what do you mean? Why?" He's like, "Well, that's not my job. I'm here to do something else. I'm not here to be your assistant." And word got around, and it was a whole thing, man. And apparently, I think that's how he met Ice Cube, because at the time he was writing Boys in the Hood, because I think it was based on something he did during university as like an essay or something, and rest is history. So there you go. But yeah, it's a decent little movie. I mean, it's nothing, like crazy or nothing like that. It always threw me off because I remember seeing this in theaters and I was like, how come? Like, where's the Shaft fro? You know what I mean? One with the bald head. But I don't know. I feel he shouldn't have lost the hair. That's just me. Shaft should always have the hair. That's just me. But yeah. But for those of you who don't know the movie Shaft, first off, shame on you. Second, New York City police detective John Shaft, nephew of the original 1970s detective, who does make an appearance, by the way, goes on a personal mission to make sure the son of the real estate tycoon is brought to justice after a racially motivated murder. Now, yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you. Christian Bale's in this just for like a little bit. First of all, if you ever see Christian Bale in jail, don't ask for his shoes. Second, because this is a guy who, in the last movie there, he's fucking chicks from behind, and he's still flexing his muscle in the mirror there, which goes to prove that you can be a psycho, and a douchebag at the same time. So yeah, and there's one fucked up scene with him and Mekhi Phifer here. By the way, as a white guy, I just want to say that I do know the difference between Mekhi Phifer and Omar Epps. So there you go. So there's a fucked up scene between those two there, and I mean he shows signs of American Psycho in this one, that's for sure. Just imagine American Psycho with a little bit more money. But yeah, it's a good little movie. It's all right. I mean, obviously you got Samuel Jackson playing John Shaft, Vanessa Williams, Busta Rhymes in there, Richard Roundtree, of course. You gotta do it. Old school meets new school. You gotta do it. So good little movie. The one thing to note is, this has nothing to do with Christian Bale, but when Samuel Jackson threw the basketball at Jeffrey Wright, who I believe that I think this was the first movie I ever saw him in. He got it on the first try, so that's pretty cool. But Toni Collette, always liked her. Good actress too. Good little cast of people, guys. It's not a bad movie. It's all right. I mean, if you like Shaft, you'll like the new Shaft. Why not? Let's talk about Shaft. Listen, pause. Listen, good little movie. So you can see Christian Bale's on a good little roll here. So then he did a movie called Captain Corelli's Mandolin. This movie where Nicolas Cage sounds like a fucking Chef Boyardee here. Yeah. Hey, maybe I should play a Mario. Che cosa? Shut the fuck up. Listen, listen, Penelope Cruz, lovely woman. I tried to watch a bit of this. I couldn't do it. So I didn't even know Christian Bale was in this one. So I don't know what to tell you. Move on. Laurel Canyon. I don't know this one. Never seen this one. I always get nervous when you see a movie poster and you see like tons of actors in the movie poster. You know what I mean? Like it's almost like saying look, all these people are in the movie. It's not as good. Let's just see it anyway. You know what I mean? It's just, I don't know. I feel like it's too much. When an uptight young man and his fiancée move into his libertine mother's house, the resulting clash of life attitudes shakes up everyone. Okay. 6.4 out of 10. Like I've always said, you give a rating 6.5. It's kind of on the cusp. Could be good, could be bad, depending on your taste. So, I don't know. Let me know. Reign of Fire. Okay. Jeez. Not good. Let's just leave it at that. It's one of those movies, a lot of CGI, the dragons, and it just, 6.2 out of 10. I think they're being generous with that one. But, no. Equilibrium. Did I see this one? I forgot. I don't know. I don't think I did. I think I mentioned it before, but 7.3 out of 10. That's not bad. An oppressed future where all forms of feeling are illegal. Okay. Sounds like the government. A man in charge of enforcing the law rises to overthrow the system and state. Okay. I don't know this one. I don't. Sean Bean, who isn't he the guy that like dies in pretty much every movie? Emily Watson, Taye Diggs, Dominic Purcell. Yeah, I've never seen this one. It looks all right. It's got a good rating. Okay. All right. It's getting colder, but, good weekend of movies coming up. All right. The Machinist. Okay, so, it's time to lose some weight. It's 7.7 out of 10. Okay. I'll be honest with you. I remember this movie. I thought it was okay. I don't know. I 7.7 out of 10. Really? That good? Really? I don't remember this movie being that good. I mean, it was okay, but that good? Really? Okay. An industrial worker who hasn't slept in a year begins to doubt his own sanity. Okay. Well, like I mentioned before, he lost a shit ton of weight for this. This movie's okay. It's nothing. I don't know. It's really 7.7. Really? Okay. I'm not trying to downgrade it or nothing, but I think it's a decent movie. One thing that kind of killed the movie for me is that at one point you do see him eat. Like, I don't mean to give anything away, but it does kind of throw it off because I think the whole concept is you shouldn't see him eat, but I don't know, whatever. But yeah, this movie's okay. It's, it's all right. But it is, look at him. Oh, geez, look at these pictures. Holy fuck. Oh, Madonna Mia. Damn. It's like fucking the skeleton there in the House on Haunted Hill. Holy fuck. It's damn. Oof. Yeah, no, I'm gonna stick with eating. But yeah, it's a decent movie, guys. I'm not saying it's a bad movie. I'm just saying it's decent. 7.7 out of 10. I don't know. I think it's a little much, but I don't know. You be the judge. Howl's Moving Castle. He just does a voice in that one. Yeah, good. Easy money. Why not? Harsh Times. Plays a character, Jim Luther Davis. This movie sounds familiar. I don't know why. I think I've seen. The creator of Training Day. That's what I thought. Okay. Yeah, I've seen this one. Yeah, this one was okay. I mean, it's no Training Day. I'll just say that, but it's still a decent little movie. A tough-minded drama about two friends in South Central Los Angeles and the violence that comes between them. Okay. Freddie Rodriguez, you got in there. Eva Longoria, lovely woman. Shaka Foreman, J.K. Simmons. Okay. Noel. Dude, if I fuck up your name, I am so sorry. I was at a barbershop one day and I saw like an FHM magazine and it had a whole article on like all these guys that like used to be in gangs and now they're just all in movies and all that, and like he was part of that. And I don't know, you've seen this guy in tons of movies, like even in Training Day. Remember the whole scene with the shower and they got Ethan Hawke in the tub there. Yeah. So if I fuck up your name, dude, I am so sorry. Please don't kick my ass if you ever see me. Noel Guglielmi. Please don't kick my ass. The point is, this is a good little movie. I haven't seen it for a while, but again, not as good as Training Day, obviously. I mean, but then again, what is? But good little movie, good role by Christian Bale here, and yeah, I'll check it out. Why not? Okay. I think you know what's coming.
Jessica, where are you?
Eye on the ball.
I'm answering the phone.
It's Wayne Enterprises, Mr. Earl. I'm sure they'll call back.
Bruce? You're supposed to be dead.
Sorry to disappoint.
I love it. Now, ladies and gentlemen, if you're a fan of this podcast, all three of you, you know how much I love Batman. He's probably my favorite superhero of all time. So, growing up, I had Michael Keaton as Batman, and, it was him and Nicholson, awesome. Batman Returns, a little darker, a little different. I still liked it. And then afterwards, of course, they had Batman Forever. You know, a little bit more campy, still good. Batman Robin, holy fuck. And then after that, just, Christ, just killed everything. They were supposed to make another one. Was it Batman Triumphant? A horrible title, Jesus. And then, of course, they had to give Batman a rest, you know, a much needed rest. But 2005 came, and Christopher Nolan's like, you know what? Let me take the wheel. Let me take over this franchise, okay? Phenomenal job. And of course, you know, he picked Christian Bale as good old Batman. And, you know, a lot of people consider him the best Batman. I still put Michael Keaton as number one, but Christian Bale did do an excellent job. And, you know, of course, they're kind of revamping the series here, you know, showing, you know, how he became Batman, falling through the cave and all that with the bats and training. And, you know, I thought it was great. I mean, I've only seen this movie probably maybe twice or something, but I haven't seen it for a while, but I remember it being really good. And I was just going through a couple clips here and there just now, and I'm gonna have a busy weekend for sure. But the point is, Christian Bale absolutely killed it as Bruce Wayne. Did a great job. Great casting as well. Michael Caine, you got as Alfred now. Ken Watanabe as Ra's al Ghul. Liam Neeson as Ducard, Katie Holmes as Rachel Dawes, Gary Oldman as Jim Gordon, Morgan Freeman plays Lucius Fox. I like, guys, what more do you want? Oh, of course, you got Cillian Murphy playing Dr. Jonathan Crane, aka the Scarecrow, which there was some rumor back in the day that apparently Howard Stern was going to play the Scarecrow. That never ended up happening. I think it was just a rumor, but hey now. It just, what a great movie. What a great movie. And again, I don't want to give a lot away because, you know, you should just see it for yourself. It's better, you know, not to hear it from my fat ass, but to actually go see it, you know, on your TV or your home theater, whatever you got going in your life. Or chances are if you're a millennial, on your phone. But, you know, just enjoy it. You know, enjoy it for what it's worth. And it's really good. It is definitely, you know, like we knew Batman was back, and you know, I mean, it was almost like a 10-year hiatus there, and I mean, the story needed to be taken seriously again, you know, with the trend of you know, basically, you know, the X-Men there in 2000 coming out, and you know, all these superhero movies coming out. It's like, we need another Batman movie, and I mean, he did such a great job with this. You know, just everybody did such a great job with this. So it was really good to see, you know, we finally got a really good Batman movie again. Now it says here, Christian Bale's active dislike of his uncomfortable Batman outfit helped his performance as the Dark Knight, as he was perpetually in a foul mood when wearing it. Okay. But no freakouts. No, you know, he was able to whatever. And I think someone told him before, I think it was Michael Keaton or Val Kilmer or George Clooney, who knows, maybe it was Adam West, to make sure that when they have the bat suits to actually, or maybe Christian Bale told Ben Affleck, I can't believe Ben Affleck is Batman, and then he's playing Batman again. Fuck, you know, it's, you know, first COVID, now this. Anyways, he told him, make sure you gotta, like, something can come out in the front so you can easily take a piss, you know, so it doesn't take, you know, whatever time to take all the shit off, and you can just, you know, easily, you know, shoot one out. So there you go. But yeah, I can't stress. I mean, like, because I grew up in the 90s, and for a while there was that button fly, and I had a pair of those jeans. I almost pissed my pants. Fuck, it was horrible. So I can't imagine what any of the Batmans went through. But yeah. Make sure it's got a zipper, and there you go. I mean, maybe it'll look funny, but you know, as a man, you know, as all men, will understand. Now, one funny fact I found here says Christian Bale revealed in interviews in 2009 that in his first scene with Sir Michael Caine and Morgan Freeman, one involving Bale waking up in bed to find them waiting there, he fell asleep after getting ready for a scene. Bale described waking up to find Sir Michael Caine poking him in the ribs, saying, "Look at that. He's bloody fallen asleep." There you go. So yeah, he actually fell asleep during the scene, and as you see him waking up, it's actually him waking up. So there you go. I mean, the guy works hard. He's a yo-yo dieter. You gotta, come on. You gotta. It's just, cut him a little slack. If he wants to take a nap between scenes, let him. Also said here, Christian Bale decided early in the audition process that he didn't want to play Batman straight, but to play him as a rage-filled monster, figuring that it might polarize writer and director Christopher Nolan. To his delight, Nolan was thrilled with his off-kilter interpretation. There you go. So they had a good relationship, and that's very important too, especially when you got a franchise like this that, listen, you can't fuck up again, okay? You got to have a good director-actor relation here, so, there you go. And it says here, at around 17 minutes, when Christian Bale and Liam Neeson were fighting on the frozen lake, you could hear the ice cracking beneath their feet. The next day, the lake had completely melted. Fuck. What did that sound like? Not as bad as the Batman voice. I'm kidding. But look, listen, it does sound funny. You know what I mean? It's just Batman. I mean, that's pretty much the most criticism he does get for playing Batman. But I mean, I don't know. What are you gonna do? You gotta somehow disguise your voice, and I don't know. Got to make sure everybody sees the lip and the chin. Other than that, you're good. I mean, it even says here, Christian Bale lost his voice 3 times during filming after altering his voice while playing Batman. So, listen, my boy. See, yes, for cookie. That's good enough for me. So, yeah, it happens. But again, minor detail. What are you going to do? It's okay. It's okay. Like I said, this movie kicks ass. You got to see it for yourself. It's awesome. I mean, and you think this is as good as it gets with a Batman movie, but just wait and see. Just wait and see. He also did Batman Begins, the video game, because why not? Go in a booth, a few hours, easy money. Then he did a movie called The New World. A whole new world. Do I remember that? Yeah, I think I remember this one. Yeah, it's it was okay. Yeah, I remember. Yeah, Colin Farrell, Christopher Plummer, proud Canadian actor. I just saw him recently in a movie they did in the '80s. I forgot what it was called. They taped it at the Eaton Center there. What the hell was the movie called? But anyways, yeah, I don't know. This movie was, it was okay. Nothing too crazy, but I don't know. What are you gonna do? They all can't be winners, okay? He's just coming off Batman here. You know what I mean? I mean, like, what more do you want him to do? I mean, come on. He's allowed a little time. If the one movie doesn't do well, it's, what are you gonna do? The Silent Partner. There you go. Came out in 1978. Good movie. Check it out. It's funny. John Candy, who I absolutely love, and I promise I will do a podcast on one day. I'm just trying to get as much as I can with John Candy because I love the man. I know, was it Colin Hanks and Ryan Reynolds are going to do a documentary. I can't wait. But yeah, a good little movie. If you got the chance, check it out. Silent Partner, 1978. But anyways, yeah, this movie, I don't know. I wasn't really feeling it. Rescue Dawn, another movie he did. He plays Dieter Dengler. Okay. I never heard of this one. A U.S. fighter pilot's epic struggle of survival after being shot down on a mission over Laos during the Vietnam War. Not a bad rating, 7.3 out of 10. I never heard of this one. You got Jeremy Davies in that one, Steve Zahn. Always liked him, funny guy. Zach Grenier, who I guarantee he's one of those guys. You see him, you'll know who he is. Toby Huss, who, if you don't know, he played the Wiz in Seinfeld, but recently he played Weird Al's father in the Weird Al movie, which I was expecting that movie to be a little bit more serious, but it's still a good movie. Don't get me wrong. It's just the whole thing about him and Madonna. I mean, he actually met Madonna for 45 seconds or something, and that's it. But it's still a funny movie. But yeah, I never saw this one. I never even heard of it. So okay, all right. Yeah, a lot of these movies I've never even heard of. I don't know what's going on here. But I've absolutely heard of this movie, The Prestige, in 2006. He plays Alfred Bourdin. Now, obviously we all know Christopher Nolan. You know, not a lot of people know him for the whole Batman trilogy, Inception, all that, and Stellar. I think a lot of people do know about the movie The Prestige, but I mean, this one, this might be his best overall movie. I mean, this movie is awesome. I haven't seen this movie for a while, since it came out, but I remember watching it and I was like, holy shit, this is a crazy movie, crazy ending. Yeah, 8.5 out of 10. Yeah, absolutely. After a tragic accident, two stage magicians in 1890s London engage in a battle to create the ultimate illusion while sacrificing everything they have to outwit each other. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm telling you, I can't tell you how good this movie is. I mean, this might be Christopher Nolan's best overall movie. I mean, he's come out with some classics, don't get me wrong, but this one is just crazy. I mean, it is... again, it's one of those movies you got to check out, okay? And yes, I know what you're thinking. David Bowie is in this movie, okay? First of all, I've always wanted to know who the fuck is David Bowie's agent, okay? Rest in peace, for him, obviously. But every movie that I've seen David Bowie in is good. Everything from fucking... I'm drawing a blank here. The Zoolander. There you go. Zoolander... Pan's Labyrinth, he was in that one. Of course he was. But yeah, I like his agent, whoever you are, you did a phenomenal job with him. Okay, I don't know if it's up to him or whatever, but I don't know. You guys did great together. But anyways, Christian Bale, Hugh Jackman, Scarlett Johansson, Michael Caine, Piper Perabo, Rebecca Hall. Samantha Merhin, Andy Serkis, Daniel Davis. Great cast. This is just an awesome movie. Now, I know what you're thinking. It's about magicians and all that. And then you think of, stupid movies like Now You See Me or No, You Don't. No, it's nothing like that. This is. I mean, this might be the best magician movie of all time. I don't know. I can't name a lot of them, but this is a really good movie. If you have not seen this movie, I encourage you to see this movie. And again, obviously, if you're a Batman fan, you got to see the trilogy that Christopher Nolan created. But this might be his best movie that he ever came out with. So again, I don't want to talk a lot about it because there's a lot of surprises here and there. But I highly, highly, highly recommend this movie. Did I say hi? Yeah, highly recommend this movie. Next movie he did was 3:10 to Yuma. Yep, another good movie. He's on a roll, ladies and gentlemen. A small-time rancher agrees to hold a captured outlaw who's awaiting a train to go to court in Yuma. A battle of wills ensues as the outlaw tries to psych out the rancher. Again, you got a great cast. You got Russell Crowe, Christian Bale, Ben Foster, Logan Lerman, Peter Fonda, which, oh man, I mean, yeah, cool motherfucker. Rest in peace. So it must be one of his last roles, I guess. Yeah. Dallas Roberts, Vanessa Shaw, Alan Tudyk. I hope I said that right. Sorry. Luce Rains, Gretchen Mol, who I recently saw on the remake show of American Gigolo Great first season. I don't know if it's going to get signed on for another one. I hope it does. What's his name? John. Jesus, I literally did a podcast about him. John Berthenol. He does a great job. Yeah, this is a good little movie too. So, yeah, Christian Bale, man, he's in a good little role here. If you like a good Western, you will absolutely like this movie. And of course, it was a remake. And the funny thing was, the original one came out in 1957, and this one came out in 2007. So 50 years later, you get another great Western. The original one starred, of course, Glenn Ford and Van Helfen. They're both great. Don't get me wrong. But like I said, I love a good Western. Can't get enough of them. So whenever you have the chance, check out both. Why not? Next movie he did was I'm Not There, where he played a character named Jack Pastor John as well. Like I said before, I talked about this in my Heath Ledger podcast as well. I mean, it's just different stories of like all these different actors playing Bob Dylan. You have Christian Bale, Kate Blanchett. Yes, she plays Bob Dylan. Marcus Carl Franklin, Richard Gere, Heath Ledger, Ben Winshaw. Yes. Yes, they all play Bob Dylan. Ruminations of the Life of Bob Dylan, where 6 characters embody a different aspect of the musician's life and work. Yeah, so it's not like, the most spectacular movie of all time, but it is like cool just to see all these actors just play Bob Dylan and all the different renditions here. But Bale does a good job, of course. Everyone else does too. And not the best rating, 6.8 out of 10. But again, if you're a Bob Dylan fan, check it out. Then 2009 comes and Terminator Salvation. Okay, well, you were in a good role. And he plays John Connor. Okay, so I played the recording for you. 6.5 out of 10. Yeah, you're being really generous with this one. I don't know. I listen. How many? I talked about this with Arnold, and how many more fucking Terminator movies do we need? Okay, like the first 2 are classics. We both know that. The first one's like a noir, whatever. The second one's the best action film of all time. The third one, you could say what you want. It's still a decent movie, but together 3, it would have been fine. You could still even, if they stuck with that, you could have debated, like, is it the best trilogy of all time? And now you can't do that anymore because they made how many? This one, I don't know, if 3 or 4. Fuck, who cares? But this is just horrible. I mean, like him going nuts on set there was by far the best part of this movie. I don't give a shit what anybody says. But this movie just garbage. I stop making Terminator movies, please. For the love of fuck, stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. We don't need any more. Okay? Thank you. Next movie he did was Public Enemies, with him and Johnny Depp here. Good little movie. Nothing too crazy, but of course it's based on John Dillinger here. Let me read the thing here. The feds try to take down notorious American gangsters John Dillinger, Babyface Nelson, and Pretty Boy Floyd during a booming crime wave in the 1930s. Good little movie, don't get me wrong. Michael Mann, of course. You're going to get a good little, some good action sequences there. I would have just liked more action, that's all. Just a little bit more, that's all. I was expecting a little bit more action, that's all. But still, decent little movie. I liked it. Like I said, you got Johnny Depp in there, Bale, you got Christian Stolte. There you go. Jason Clarke, Stephen Dorff, John Judd. Good little cast of people. Stephen Graham, I always liked him. He's the guy in The Irishman that didn't know how to dress in the meeting. Yeah. But he's a good actor. David Wyndham, Giovanni Ribisi, Carey Mulligan, James Russo. Yeah, good little cast. Channing Tatum was in this, really? Oh, he played. Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I totally forgot about that. Yeah, but good movie. Don't get me wrong. I mean, me personally, I just would like more action because Michael Mann and action, go together, peanut butter and jelly style. But still a good movie. I would definitely check it out. Then he did a little movie called The Fighter, where he played based on a true story, based on a real character named Dickie Eklund. Okay. Now I'll say this year. I thought this movie should have won Best Picture. It was between that and what was it, The King's Speech or something. I mean, King's Speech is a good movie, but I don't know. This was the better movie. I'm sorry. I don't know. I thought, I mean, again, this is one of these roles you watch Christian Bale in, and like you don't even recognize him. I mean, he lost a shit ton of weight for it, but at the same time, he just gets lost in that role. Like you don't see anything of Christian Bale there. It's just like he's a completely different person. And Mark Wahlberg too did a great job as well. Says you're based on a true story of Mickey Ward, fledgling boxer who tries to escape the shadow of his more famous but troubled older boxing brother and get his own shot at greatness. That's true. The whole thing was, I think he lost to Sugar Ray Leonard, if I remembered. I think he showed up in the movie too, actually, as himself. That was cool. But and then actually Conan O'Brien's sister is in this movie. She plays one of. He's got tons of sisters in the movie, and yeah, it's pretty cool. But yeah, David O. Russell, director. Great job. But I thought this was a really good. I thought for sure this was going to win Best Picture. I don't know how it didn't. Amy Adams, she's great. She does a great job as well. Really, I mean, there's some really sad low points at this movie. I mean, it does take you up and down for a while, but. I mean, you are focused obviously on Mark Wahlberg's character trying to make it, but then Christian Bale's character, holy shit, man. I mean, at one point, his character's just kind of living in this delusional world. He's just mixed up with drugs and all these weird people, and then he thinks the documentary is about him, and I mean, it is, but it's more about just his lifestyle now, and then you see it, and then he sees it, and everyone sees it. It's like, oh my god, this is fucking depressing as hell, So, but yeah, like I said, a lot of ups and downs with this movie, but this is a great movie. Definitely one of Mark Wahlberg's better performances too. But yeah, Bale absolutely just got lost in the role for this one, and that's why he obviously won. But yeah, 7.8 out of 10. I think we can bump that to an 8. I'm just saying. But yeah, really good performance by Bale. Really good movie. Again, like I said, I think it's better than The King's Speech. That's just me. But yeah, definitely check that one out. The Flowers of War. I don't know this one. 7.5 out of 10. Shit, it's a good rating. An American finds refuge during the 1937 Japanese invasion of Nanking in a church with a group of women. Posing as a priest, he attempts to lead the women to safety. Okay. I'll be honest with you, I've never even heard of this one. Yeah, how come? Yeah. I'm not going to lie to you, other than Christian Bale, I don't really recognize any of the other actors, but yeah, 7.5 out of 10. Yeah, it's definitely worth checking out. Okay, so there you go. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm a man like Christian Bale. I do make mistakes. Unfortunately, I just walked over possibly the best superhero movie of all time because as I go on IMDb here, I highlight everything, and then that's how I know when to go to the next movie. And of course, I just walked over probably the best superhero movie of all time, a little movie called The Dark Knight, which came out in 2008. And of course, Christian Bale reprises his role as Bruce Wayne and Batman. Now, just when you thought that a Batman movie couldn't get any better than Batman Begins, then The Dark Knight comes out. Now, I've talked about this movie repeatedly through other podcasts, especially with the Heath Ledger podcast I did, and yeah, I mean, we lost that guy way too soon, and yeah, This movie, I'm telling you, like it just, I mean, like as a superhero fan, you know, I love the movies. I'm not a big comic book guy, whatever. I don't know. I mean, as you can see by this podcast, I can barely read. But I mean, it honestly just doesn't get any better than this. I mean, this is the Batman movie we wanted, you know, probably ever since the original Batman with, Michael Keaton, Jack Nicholson, and Tim Burton. I just, you know, again, what can I say about everyone's performance? But of course, you know, the performance that stands out is Heath Ledger as the Joker. Now, I'm not going to go too much into it because I at the time I got 3 pages worth of facts. I tried to get every little thing I could on him, but I'll just say he plays one of the most iconic roles in movie history with this one. I mean, it was pretty obvious he was going to win Best Supporting Actor. A lot of people think he got it just because he passed away, whatever. Come on. Nobody else came close that year, okay? Not even Robert Downey Jr. in Tropic Thunder. Yes, he did get nominated, I believe, that year for Best Supporting Actor, but that's a podcast for another time. But again, this movie is just, it's phenomenal. It's, you know, again, I'm going to do a podcast about Batman one day. I'll go into more detail, of course, but again, Christian Bale does a great job. I didn't mention this before about the first Batman Begins, the first movie there, but I'm not gonna lie to you, I fucking hated the car. I think it looks horrible. I get it. It's supposed to be like a prototype tank or something. I don't know, who gives a shit. It's fucking horrible. When it got destroyed, I was so happy. It became that cool Batmobile. I thought that was awesome. I thought there was one point where great. I mean, some of the most kick-ass action scenes in a movie I've ever seen. But the one move where he goes against the wall and then he flips the car or the motorcycle and it comes back fucking so quick. Awesome. Everything about this movie is just awesome. It just, come on. You know, I mean, like, it really is a cliche at this point. You know what I mean? Just I mean, like, how many people have done podcasts about this movie or, you know, videos on YouTube, whatever. It goes without saying, it really is the best superhero movie of all time. You know, obviously you got Christian Bale as Bruce Wayne, Heath Ledger as the Joker. Aaron Eckhart does an awesome impersonation of Joker. Is that you? Anyways, sorry, not impersonation. I'm sorry. I mean, it's just a great acting job as Harvey Dent, aka Two-Face. I mean, the makeup on that was just fucking awesome. I mean, it's yeah. I mean, let's be honest. I mean, Batman Forever was all jokes, whatever. But that, I mean, it looked pretty bad. I mean, but this is such an improvement. It's not even. It's two different worlds. But apparently, I heard that because of the Prestige, because Hugh Jackman was in that one. Apparently, Christopher Nolan wanted Hugh Jackman to play this role, but I think it conflicted with something else Hugh Jackman was doing at the time, and then Aaron Eckhart stepped in and did a great job. Of course, Michael Caine as Alfred. And Maggie Gyllenhaal stepped into this role instead of Katie Holmes. The rumor is that apparently, I think Tom Cruise has something to do with it. Apparently, he didn't want her to work at the time, and I don't know. And then even in the movie, there's a point where Christian Bale, Bruce Wayne, or Batman, as he's well known, is interrogating Joker, and at one point, Heath Ledger's Joker says, he says something like, "You complete me." And apparently it's supposed to be, a lot of people say it is kind of a shot at like Tom Cruise because he didn't want Katie Holmes in the movie. I don't know if that's true, but it's still pretty funny. Gary Oldman is Commissioner Gordon, Morgan Freeman as Lucius Fox. Cillian Murphy's still in there as a scarecrow in the beginning there, still makes a little appearance there. You got Eric Roberts as Maroni. Now, another thing I heard was they wanted James Gandolfini to be in this role as well. That didn't happen. But guys, ladies and gentlemen, this movie is just phenomenal. I mean, 9 out of 10. I mean, it's as good as it gets as a movie. I mean, it really is. I mean, it's 2 hours and 32 minutes. It doesn't feel like it. I mean, some of the shots in this movie too, when he's flying in the air and the action scenes, the back and forth with Christian Bale and Heath Ledger. I mean, just forget it. It's just a phenomenal movie. I mean, what can I say? And I'm pretty sure everybody in the world has seen this movie at least once. So, yeah, again, if you haven't seen this movie, I mean, for fuck's sakes, get off your ass and go see this movie, okay? I mean, a lot of people say it's one of the best movies of all time. I can honestly say, in my opinion, it's definitely the best superhero movie of all time. Oh, I can't believe I missed it. But hey, again, we all make mistakes, fucking ass. It's fine. But then, of course, they got to make one more. I mean, it's a trilogy. They got it. So then, of course, 2012 comes, and they make The Dark Knight Rises. And, of course, Christian Bale is playing Bruce Wayne, and again, Batman. Now, I'm just going to say this. Okay, now it is, and there goes Batman right now. I'll just say this: 8.4 out of 10. Okay, it's. I'll get some shit for saying this, but I'm just gonna say. So first of all, I think we can all agree. I think, or most of us can agree that out of the three movies, this is the weaker one. That's not to say it's a bad movie. Okay, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying out of three of them, it's the weakest one, okay? It's longer. It's almost 3 hours, 2 hours and 44 minutes, okay? I've only seen this movie once, okay? Maybe it's one of those things where I got to see it again, whatever. I thought it was okay, okay? I'm not saying it's definitely not the worst Batman, okay? We've all seen Batman and Robin, unfortunately. But, I thought it was okay. But the problem with this movie is, in my opinion, like at the end, the ending is very predictable, okay? I don't want to mention the thing he does. I think, how he saves Gotham or whatever. Like, I don't give anything away if you haven't seen it. But it was pretty obvious what they were going to do. And I don't know. Like, I'm one of these people where if a movie's predictable, it ruins it for me. It just does. I mean, the movie before that, it was okay. It was, it's all right, but again, I don't know, maybe it's just one of those things where, The Dark Knight was so good that, maybe they should have made that the last one, you know what I mean? It's just like, I don't know, like I said, it's a good movie, but it's still overall, it's still a great trilogy, don't get me wrong, again, maybe I have to go back and watch it, whatever, but, yeah. Still a good one. You got Tom Hardy in there playing Bane. He'd have gained a shit ton of weight for that. A lot of weight. But he said, I don't know, he felt horrible because, he would eat nothing but, pizza just to, fatten up or whatever. And I don't know. I don't think he did it properly or something. He felt sick all the time when he was big. So, and Hathaway, Catwoman. Gary Oldman's back, of course. Joseph Gordon-Levitt plays Blake. Now, I always wondered what this character was. I did do a podcast on Gordon-Levitt there. There's a part on Howard Stern where he was talking about how, they were kind of implying that, he was Robin. I think everyone just kind of assumed that. But then a lot of people thought, okay, is he, again, I don't want to give away the ending, but, are they implying that he's the next Batman or he's taking over or whatever? And at the time, I remember I did the research, and apparently in the comic books, his character when he was a kid got robbed by the Joker or something like that, and scarred him for life or something. So that's a whole thing there. So I don't know. The Joker fucks up a lot of lives. But speaking of the Joker, actually, Heath Ledger passed away, but they did. Christopher Nolan did want him to return. Now, I don't think it's the main bad guy, but just have a little. Maybe a cameo or something like that, but they did want him somehow part of it, so that would be interesting to see what would happen there. Of course, the Scarecrow comes back. He's in all three films, so, why not? Morgan Freeman, Michael Caine, Matthew Modine. It's still a good movie, guys. I know it sounds like I'm kind of shitting on it or whatever, but again, let's just be honest. Out of the three, it is the weaker one, okay? I felt it was a little long too, again, I've only seen it once. Maybe I got to see it again. But overall, guys, I mean, Christian Bale as Batman, I mean, he did a great job. But, yeah, I mean, overall, I mean, I think it's pretty safe to say, well, I guess technically it is the only Batman trilogy. Yeah, because they did two the first one. Well, I mean, if you want to, yeah, because Batman Forever is its own thing, whatever. But yeah, two of those, and then that's it. So there you go. So we desperately needed, Batman to be taken more seriously, and yeah, Christopher Nolan knocked it out of the park. Christian Bale did a great job with Batman, and yeah, there you go. I mean, Christopher Nolan said himself he just wanted it to be a trilogy. He didn't want to do any more. That's it. He's done with it, and that's it. He's got nothing else to prove. Between this and The Prestige alone, he's a legend. Okay, in my eyes. But yeah. So again, guys, if you haven't seen the trilogy of Christopher Nolan's Batman, you got to check it out. If you're a superhero fan, it's great. You'll love it. Then he did a movie called Out of the Furnace, which kind of that's kind of funny because the whole point of, like, in Batman there, he's trying to get out of the trap that Bale set him, or not Bale, I'm sorry, Bane had him in. He's trying to climb out of the hole there, and yeah. What a conversation, eh? Yeah. Fuck, holy shit. Oh, yeah. Can I get some Cliff Notes, please? But anyways, yeah, Out of the Furnace. Yeah, I remember this one. Okay. But again, we're coming off the Batman trilogy, guys. It's, I mean, whatever. Like, that's the problem. When you do, like, all these great movies, and then you do, especially an epic, trilogy like Batman. I mean, how do you top that? You know what I mean? So the first movie is going to be like, yeah, people aren't going to even remember. No disrespect to this movie, but yeah, I don't know. This movie was all right. I mean, I don't know. And then American Hustle. Okay. Okay, so like I said, again, this is a decent movie. Okay, David O. Russell. I respect you. Don't get me wrong. Good little movie. Silver Linings Playbook. I think is a really good movie. Three Kings, awesome. The Fighter, awesome. American Hustle is a good little movie. It's kind of like like drama comedy, I guess, sorta. It says here, a con man, Irving Rosenfeld, along with his seductive partner Sidney Procer, is forced to work for a wild FBI agent, Richie DiMasso, who pushes them into a world of Jersey power brokers and the mafia. Oh, God. Oh, boy. Oh, I miss Sopranos. But anyways, yeah, this is a decent movie. I was just surprised when it got nominated for Best Picture. I was like, really? Best Picture? I mean, it's a good movie, but it's like, Best Picture? Really? Okay. I mean, I don't know. That was all right. I mean, good cast though. Christian Bale, Amy Adams, Bradley Cooper, Jennifer Lawrence, Jeremy Renner, Louis C.K. Yeah, I know what he did. Jack Huston, Michael Pena, Alexandrov Nivola, Shia Wingham. Yeah, good little movie. Just, I don't know, best picture. I remember talking to my buddy about it at that time too. He's like, really, best picture? I was like, yeah, I know, right? I don't know, but it is a good movie. It's definitely worth checking out. It's some good performances. I don't know. I feel the other three I mentioned before were way better, but still, it's a good little movie. I mean, Christian Bale's good in it. He's got the whole comb over thing, working there. So I get it. Then he did Exodus, Gods and Kings. This was a disappointment. Not gonna lie. Ridley Scott, I love you, man. I do, but this one, it just, it's no Gladiator. Let's just say that it's a lot of, it's it's too much CGI, too much. I don't know, not much of a plot. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. It's not the worst movie I've ever seen. That's a Fantastic Four, the recent one, but I'll talk about that another time. But yeah, not his best, and it didn't do that well. I mean, opening weekend, U.S. and Canada only made $24 million, and the budget was $140 million. Yeah, so it was a total gross in Canada, U.S. 65, but worldwide gross was 268 million. So off 140 million. I mean, that's not bad, I mean, but when you make a movie that's 140 million, I mean, you want to make, you hope it'll make at least half a bill. You know what I mean? But I don't know. Again, I don't know if they include like advertisements and all that, whatever, but not the best. I mean, like a lot of these movies, I mean, you're expecting more, like, but I don't know. What are you going to do? Then he did a movie called Knight of Cups, which I've never heard of. 5.6 out of 10. Okay, so I'm not the only one. A writer indulging in all that Los Angeles and Las Vegas has to offer undertakes a search for love and self via a series of adventures with 6 different women. Okay, well, he's still acting like a god, I guess. Okay. Well, whenever you got Christian Bale and Antonio Banderas in a movie, yeah, some women are going to follow for sure. Brian Dennehy, I always liked him. He's a good dude. Yeah, Kate Blanchett. Well, by the way, I want to say he's an excellent actress, by the way. If you ever see Blue Jasmine, that's it. Very good performance. Really, really good performance in that one. But yeah, I've never heard of this one. Yeah, Natalie Portman, Frida Pinto, Wes Bentley. Who's the dude with the bag in American Beauty with Kevin? The point is, yeah, I don't know. I've never heard of this one, so I didn't get the best rating. But actually, it's funny if you. Actually, the irony is if you look at the movie poster, it shows a picture of the moon, and then it shows like Christian Bale hanging upside down like a bat. You got it. Then he did The Big Short. Funny movie, more dramatic comedy, whatever. Directed by Adam McKay, who whenever him and Will Ferrell team up, it's always good. 2006, 2007, a group of investors bet against the U.S. mortgage market. In their research, they discover how flawed and corrupt the market is. That is true. And keep in mind, in 2008 around there, we had a nice little recession, which if you're living in 2022, history repeats itself. But anyways, great cast of people here, guys. Christian Bale, Steve Carell, Ryan Gosling, Brad Pitt, all stars, and they're all right here. Yeah. Pretty good little movie. I haven't seen it for a while, but I only watched it once. But yeah, it was a good little movie. Yeah, I always remember the scene with Ryan Gosling and was it the Jenga, whatever there. Yeah, that was funny. Jenga's awesome. But the point is, yeah, 7.8 out of 10. Very well acted, very good movie. Of course, Christian Bale. I mean, you can't recognize the character he does. Some of these roles he does, I'm telling you, like you just. Obviously, it's him, but he just gets lost in these fucking roles. Like, I don't know how he does it. He just, like, it's like a fucking light switch. Honestly, like, I'm not even, like, trying to kiss his ass or nothing. You literally just, I don't know. Like, he's definitely one of the best method actors we've ever experienced in this planet we called Earth. But, he's really good in it. So, yeah, if you got a chance, check it out. Then he did a movie called The Promise. Never heard of this one. 6 out of 10. All right, not the best rating. No, I've never seen this one. Oscar Isaac, yeah, he's done some good work over the years. All right. Yeah, no, I never I never saw this one. Hostiles. He played Captain Joseph J. Blocker. Now that's a tough name. This one I've heard of. I've never seen though. 7.2 out of 10. That's a decent little rating there. 1982. Legendary Army captain reluctantly agrees to escort a Cheyenne chief, if I said that wrong, please forgive me, and his family through dangerous territory. Okay, yeah, decent little rating, not bad. Yeah, I gotta. Oof. There's all these movies I've never seen with Christian Bale. Like, some of them I've even heard of. It just, that's why you do these podcasts, just to, see what's out there. Why not? I'm not getting paid for this. Then he did a voiceover, Mowgli, Legend of the Jungle. Why not? Like I said, you go in the studio, get good money. It's a nice life. And then he did the movie Vice, where he played Dick Cheney, who, I don't know, yeah, what are you going to do? I forgot Sam Rockwell was Bush there, but it's again, it's a kind of a satire movie, based on Dick Cheney's life. There again, a writer director Adam McKay. If it ain't broken, don't fix it. Why not? They team up together again. Bale, likes to transform himself. Did a pretty good job, actually. You can barely recognize him. Holy shit. And then you got Amy Adams in there, Steve Carell, Sam Rockwell, Alison Pill, Jason Kirk, who I always enjoyed on Weeds, which apparently they're going to bring back, I heard, on Amazon. I heard this about a year ago during COVID, whatever, so who knows what's going to happen there, but hopefully it comes back. Eddie Marson. Yeah, good little funny movie. I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you think he accidentally shot somebody while shooting some birds, or who knows? But the point is, good little movie, funny. I liked it. Ford versus Ferrari. He played a character named Ken Miles. Now again, ladies and gentlemen, I've said this before and I'll say it again. It's one of these roles where Christian Bale, you see Christian Bale, but he's not Christian Bale. He gets lost in these fucking roles, man. I'm telling you, he's just so good. And Matt Damon too. You got to give him his props as well. But Christian Bale, Jesus Christ, I don't know. Well, we all know where he got his training. Worst case, you can look it up again. The point is, this is a really good movie. American car designer Carroll Shelby and driver Ken Miles battle corporate interference and the laws of physics to build a revolutionary race car for Ford that won't fall apart in a year. I'm kidding. In order to defeat Ferrari at the 24 hours of Le Mans. Did I say it right? Okay. In 1966. So again, you got the lead actors here, Christian Bale, Matt Damon. They both did a great job. But Christian Bale, man, I'm telling you, he gets lost in these roles. I'm repeating myself again and again, but he's so good in this. And a couple surprises here and there, a couple scenes are like, oh shit, you'll be shocked, trust me. But John Berthenau in this as well. Does a great job as well. Hope I say this right. Kaitriona Balfe. There you go. I gotta learn how to read. Christian Bale does not have that problem though. But yes. Good little movie, guys. I don't know if I don't know if people saw it out there, but I don't know. Maybe a couple people missed it, but again, definitely worth checking out. Christian Bale shows no signs of slowing down. And then there was a good 3 years there where he didn't do nothing. He just chilled, and that's it. But then he showed up again in Thor: Love and Thunder, and he played Gore with 2 R's. Now this movie, okay, out of all the Thors, I'll be honest with you, it's probably the worst one. It's decent, it's okay. I don't know. I'm still trying to get over Russell Crowe. playing playing Zeus, but you know, I don't know. So basically, Christian Bale like has a really good scene in the beginning. Like it's all him, literally. Like the first 10 minutes, it's all him about his character, or whatever. And I don't know. A lot of people are saying, "Oh, like why did he take this role?" And you know, he really doesn't have to. And you know, I thought it was okay. I mean, it wasn't anything. I don't know. It's not the. To me personally, it's not the Christian Bale we're used to. I mean, it's you know, he was okay. It was alright. I mean, but the movie itself, you know, I don't know. It was okay. I don't know. It wasn't anything special, but I don't know. Whatever. It's up to you. And that's pretty much it. I mean, he's got one movie coming out soon. It's called Amsterdam, coming out this year, 2022. He's going to play a character named Bert Berend Sen. I hope I said that right. Did it come out already or no? No, it's already got a rating, 6.2 out of 10. Okay, not the best rating, but it says here in the 1930s, 3 friends witness a murder, are framed for it, and uncover one of the most outrageous plots in American history. Okay, David O. Russell, as I mentioned before, you've worked with him before. You know, again, it ain't broken, don't fix it. But you got Christian Bale, obviously. You got Margot Robbie, John David Washington, Alessandro Nivola, Anya Taylor-Joy, soon-to-be Princess Toadstool Peach. I don't know. It depends what generation you come from. Andrea Riseborough, Chris Rock, Mike Myers, Michael Shannon, Taylor Swift. Holy, look at this cast. Look at Timothy Olyphant, Rami Malek, Zoe Saldana, Robert De Niro. Holy shit! Wow. Damn, all right. It's a great cast. Just not the best rating. Okay, but I'll still check it out. I don't care. It's got Bale in it. Why not? Come on now. So yeah, there you go. All right. And a couple more here. One that just got completed, also coming out 2022. The Pale Blue Eye, and he plays Augustus Landor. A world-weary detective is hired to investigate the murder of the West Point cadet. Stymied by the candidate's code of silence, he enlists one of their own to help unravel the cast. Unravel the cast. I'm stupid. A young man the world would come to know as Edgar Allan Poe. Oh. Quote the Raven. Nevermore, nevermore, nevermore. Simpsons originally taught me about that, but then after I did my research. Okay, so yeah, that looks all right. I see in the top right here, it says Netflix. So there you go. Who else you got here? Gillian Anderson. All right, cool. Harry Melling, Lucy Boynton, Robert Duvall, Fred Hitchinger. Okay. So, all right. Well, it's Netflix. I'm assuming it'll come out soon and available to watch in the comforts of your own home. And lastly, he announced he's going to be in a movie called The Church of Living Dangerously. And he's playing John Lee Bishop. No movie poster yet. Okay. I don't think there was a date either. No, not yet. Yet to be determined. Everybody coming back from COVID, it is what it is. How one of America's biggest pastors became a drug runner for the Mexican cartel. Oh boy. Oh yeah. Okay. All right, now we're talking. Shit, really? I always wonder, like, you ever see these shows on like Sundays, and like I know, it shows all these preachers and like, yeah, the Lord can be good to you. Just send me some money, I'll make sure that the prayers go out to you. Oh, Jesus! And I don't know, and each one of these guys own like 3 private planes. I don't know what the fuck. Getting all this cash in the mail, tax-free. How the fuck they get away with it? Anyways, but that show that, what was his name? Danny McBride's doing with John Goodman, they make fun of all that. The gemstones there, it's funny. If you get a chance, check it out. But anyways, yeah, plus he's doing drugs. Gee, fuck, the guy's a billionaire. But anyways, sounds like an interesting story. So I'm looking forward to that. And ladies and gentlemen, that's it. I mean, that's that's all Christian Bale has done. just these 55 measly little roles, But of course, I'm joking. But listen, in all honesty, okay, he freaked out there or whatever. Who gives a shit? Okay. They even made fun of it on Family Guy. I thought that was pretty funny there with him and Peter Griffin talking. But the point is, Christian Bale is an amazing actor. I mean, definitely one of our best actors of all time, for sure. I don't know where you'd rank him, maybe top 10, top 25. I don't know. I mean, we've had some pretty good ones out there. But, I mean, Christian Bale definitely gets lost in these roles. I mean, obviously a method actor and, okay, so he freaks out once in a while. Big deal, okay? You're on set for 16 hours, okay? You're going to have a little freak out too, okay? Like you said before, he doesn't like to be bored, okay? He likes to keep things interesting, and that's it. So, he likes to go out there, have some fun, dedicated to the roles. Why not? Why not? So God bless him for that. So, and now he's going to be in charge of a church and sell coke. Holy fuck. What can't this guy do? Okay? I mean, there's a lot of great actors out there. Okay? But there's very few guys that can actually pull it off. Like Christian Bale.
I tell you, he's treated me worse than a jerk Christian Bale did.
I want you off the fucking set, you prick!
Sorry.
No, don't just be sorry. Think for one fucking
I
second.
dropped a peanut M&M and it rolled over here.
Am I gonna walk around and rip your fucking lights down in the middle of a scene?
Those are Christmas lights. I put them up to make everyone happy.
Then why the fuck are you walking right through? Da-da-da-da like this in the background. What the fuck is it with you?
Boy, you were gonna owe a fortune for the swear jar.
You got any fucking idea about, hey, it's fucking distracting having somebody walking up behind Bryce in the middle of the fucking scene? Give me a fucking answer!
I don't get it.
What don't you get about it?
I don't get why we need another Terminator. I don't get it. Oh, and by the way, sorry, I ate that last piece of pie that you were saving for yourself.
Oh, good for you! And how was it?
It was good.
I hope it was fucking good because it's useless now, isn't it?
Well, it's nourishing me, so that's useful.
Fuck's sake, man, you're amateur.
I don't know that word.
Stay off the fucking set, man. Right, let's go again.
Can we just take a minute?
Let's not take a fucking minute. Let's go again!
I gotta go pee, and I want to walk around some more, but I want to do it while the scene's going.
You're unbelievable, man.
I just don't understand.
You don't fucking understand what it's like working with actors. That's what that is.
I don't think that's what that is.
That's what that is, man. I'm telling you.
Hey, my family's coming to town. Do you mind pretending that I'm the director?
I want to fucking kick your fucking ass. You don't shut up for a second, all right?
Mr. Bale.
I'm gonna go. Do you want me to go fucking trash your lights?
No.
Do you want me to fucking trash them?
No, I don't want you to trash them.
You do it one more fucking time, and I ain't walking on this set if you're still hired.
Sorry, it's my first day.
I'm fucking serious. You're a nice guy. You're a nice guy.
I don't feel like a nice guy.
But I don't fucking cut it when you're bullshitting and fucking around like this on set.
Did you punch your mother with that mouth?
Seriously, man, you and me, we're fucking done professionally.
Wait, just professionally?